The most interesting thing is that this feature of killer whales was noticed by their victims. This whale spotted the pinniped and began a chase. Although the prey is agile and fast, because the animal hunts fish itself, it has no chance against such a fast and strong enemy. But do you know why this sly man did this? The killer whale shouldn't have underestimated him. Instead of maneuvering further or trying to break away, the pinniped smart guy just jumped on the boat to the people. And that's it, the killer whale retreated. Even in the excitement of hunting, she did not attack the ship, although these whales successfully crushed 3 times more massive icebergs and ice floes in order to feast on the seals that escaped on them. However, there was no aggression here. If the pinniped is near people, you need to stop. This is the principle of killer whales. Nice, isn't it? Of course, someone could say that if the pinniped was trying to hide anywhere and accidentally chose the side of the boat, but just look at how the poor guy is behaving. Having just escaped from the terrible mouth of a huge predator, this kid behaves with people like with friends. Even after experiencing stress, the wild pinniped is almost not even afraid of them. So he knew that he would be protected here. What do you think? Interestingly enough, similar behavior can be traced further down the food chain. Sea lions themselves hunt penguins in the same way that killer whales hunt pinnipeds. And here is a similar phenomenal case. A sea lion almost caught up with a penguin, who jumped on a ship to people at the last moment. Apparently, the intelligence of birds should not be underestimated either. It is curious that pinnipeds can chase penguins on land, but here the chase is over, and the predator gives up. He also does not want to get involved with people and show aggression towards their vessel. It would be funny if the penguin prey also tried to escape from humans. Can you imagine? The penguin is chasing the fish. It jumps out of the water and gets on board the boat. However, if the vessel is fishing, it will be a little bit awkward. This Indian lioness found what she thought was an easy prey. A slow-moving but dense armadillo that can neither fight effectively nor escape. But the predatory cat should not have underestimated the power of the enemy's armor. The armadillo twisted into a ball and put up his defense against the fangs and claws of the lioness. And you know what? It worked 100%. The predatory cat tried to open the victim's defenses for several minutes. She attacked him, beat him, bit him, tried to stretch him, turned him over, and all to no avail. Do you think this is the end? Of course not. More lionesses have come. 3 large predatory panthers against 1 armadillo, which is 3 times smaller than each of the cats. But even with joint efforts, they could not do anything at all with this animal. The armadillo's defense is just incredibly effective. It seemed that a little more and it would be destroyed. It seems that the lionesses have found something to cling to, and now they will open the tangle into which the beast is closed. But no, he doesn't care about all their efforts. As a result, the lionesses simply gave up and began to spend more energy on such a stubborn and protected enemy. The armadillo waited for the lionesses to go about their business and calmly unwound, after which he went in search of food himself. Moreover, if you think that the armor of this animal can only help in a blind defense, then you are mistaken. This snake thought it could easily fend off such a small and funny predator. A bite, but no, it's useless. The armadillo easily avoids getting poison into its body due to both the protection of the armor and the reaction speed. And then the armadillo grabs the snake and deals with it in a few seconds with the help of its unexpectedly strong jaws. This cat was hunting on the roof and was able to catch his lunch. In general, domestic cats are considered more effective predators than tigers, if we consider the ratio of successful attempts to catch a meal compared to failed ones. But something went wrong here. The cat clearly perceived this flock of crows simply as a dark decoration for his exploits. Well, these boys wouldn't dare attack him, and even for no reason, would they? These are not falcons or eagles, just ordinary silly crows. But you shouldn't have underestimated them at all. Increasingly, it is possible to observe that birds of the crow family, which live in cities, perceive nesting sites as their own territory. Being incredibly smart, these birds try to take care of their safety of their own home. The cat didn't provoke them, but they still see him as a threat, and they're attacking. The mustached hunter did not expect such arrogance, but the crows also turned out to be unexpectedly good fighters. They are brave, strong, and able to act as a team. Just pay attention to how the birds want to teach the cat a lesson and kick him off their roof. They swoop down on the cat and inflict not at all dangerous, but very painful blows to the head, body, and paws. The crows evaluate the opponent, and they act too fast for even such a nimble predatory beast to go get them, especially since the blackbirds attacked from different sides. Would you be able to throw the cat off the roof? Great. No? Well then at least let's make his stay here so unpleasant that he leaves our territory forever. The cat, of course, cannot dine in this unpleasant company. He is angry, but he feels helpless. It seems that the lesson of crows will work, and this dexterous predator will not really threaten them, but will go to look for food elsewhere. The main advantage of the impala is its incredible jumping ability and maneuverability. These ungulates are very fast, but when you're surrounded by a dozen hyena-like dogs, speed is not a guarantee of success. Pay attention to how smart and cunning predators drive their prey. They managed to correctly understand where the impala would run, cut off its escape routes, and were able to surround the ungulate. Experienced predators understood that the herbivore had an advantage due to its longer legs. Therefore, the impala will run along the sandy shore to take full advantage of this advantage. If she tries to hide in the bushes, she will just get confused and the dogs will catch up with her. And the impala did just that. It ran away from the hyena-like dogs along the pond. That's just how she rushed straight into the jaws of the ambushed opponents. Do you think this is the end? Of course not. The impala swims great. Thanks to her excellent reaction, she literally jumps out of the grasp of carnivorous animals at the very last moment and cinematically flies into the water. All the same long legs give her an advantage here too. The animal quickly breaks away from the enemies and swims away from them. Except there's a herd of hippos grazing on the other side. Of course, the impala poses no threat to them, but these giants are very fiercely defending their territory. Moreover, their anger may not even be caused by a direct danger from a predator, and not by the fact that another herbivore can lead it. Hippos don't care about that at all. Their anger may simply be caused by the noise that an impala makes in an attempt to save its own life. An enraged 3-ton hippopotamus rushes to intercept the ungulate. He is so serious and is not going to just scare the animal that has just escaped. Instead, it opens a huge mouth that can easily fit the entire impala inside it. The crushing force of a hippopotamus bite can break a hoofed animal's spine and legs and pierce through long fangs. But the incredibly cold-blooded impala dodges this time as well. Moreover, she manages to avoid being bitten by an aggressive giant at the very last moment, so that he does not have time to turn around and continue the attack. The ungulate was on the line twice in a few minutes, but its enemies underestimated the secrecy and luck of its victim. The impala escaped the grip of the hippopotamus when they were separated by a distance of several palms, and was able to get ashore away from the other hippos. And finally, the ungulate runs to safety. It broke away from the hippos, and the dogs are generally on the opposite shore and will not risk swimming across the pond with such formidable guards. One of the most epic cases when an herbivore was able to show both predators and larger aggressive animals that it would not just give up at all. Few things in life motivate you to never give up as well as the example of this zebra. The lioness was able to catch up and catch the striped horse, but did not really know what kind of stubborn and strong animal she was really dealing with. A predatory cat pounced on the zebra and straddled it. Just look at how an experienced huntress throws a zebra off balance. She purposely tries to roll her on her side while clinging to her with her sharp claws, and the lioness's grip is incredibly strong, and besides, she bit by the zebra by the scruff of the neck. It hurts the ungulate, but it understands that if it gives up, allows itself to be overwhelmed, it will hurt even more. So with furious fury and tenacity, the zebra jumps and tries to throw the lioness off its back. But finally, the hind legs of the predatory cat are on the ground, and she is still trying to hold the zebra with her weight because she expects that the prey is exhausted, as if not so. The brave ungulate is gaining speed. and the fall of the lioness was inevitable, although every second of this fight was tense and dangerous for the zebra. Here, the lioness set up a perfect ambush. A high and steep hill completely hides the predatory cat. She looks out from behind the thick grass and sees that the zebra is walking right into her paws. The lioness worked just perfectly and chose the moment when the victim has almost no chance to dodge her capture. Almost, because the zebra did something fantastic. She's probably on the athletics or acrobatics team here. The horse pushed off from the walls of the hill, right on the run, and did a complete 180. After that, the ungulate took acceleration and ran away from the lioness from a slow start. No matter how dexterous this ungulate was, the zebra could not overcome the inertia, so it braked for a brief moment. This was enough for an experienced hunter to do a lightning strike into the victim's back. But the zebra doesn't really care. It immediately throws out its hind legs in another strike. The lioness was lucky that she let go of the grip. If the hooves flew into her jaws, the predatory cat would simply have nothing to eat. As a result, the zebra was able to break away from the predator that had lost its run. The leopard is so cool that he can take down an animal twice as heavy as himself with one blow, and then also jump up a tree with the prey in his teeth. Now we will show you the most impressive cases when a leopard showed how effective the predator he is. The size and weight of a leopard is significantly inferior to lions and tigers, but the power of this spotted cat is just huge. These buffaloes believed that they were safe with their size and numerical advantage, but this was a big mistake. The leopard was not only swift, but also phenomenally powerful. He suddenly rushed to the calf and managed to overcome it with lightning speed, although the young bull is 3 times heavier than the spotted predator. The leopard broke his windpipe in seconds. A herd of bulls was nearby, but didn't have time to do anything about it. The nearest animals attacked the leopard, but he did not unclench his jaws, even under a hail of blows, and was able to escape from the encirclement after such a brazen raid. Neither the powerful horns, nor the sharp hooves, nor the size of the giant saved the herbivore. And all thanks to the fact that the leopard, in addition to strength and agility, also has unique hunting skills. He accurately determines the weak points of the prey and the moment for the decisive throw. The cat acts ruthlessly and therefore as effectively as possible. She delivers a swift blow to the throat. No matter how muscular a bull's neck is, his trachea is a weak spot that can be crushed in a few minutes. It seems that the leopard studied the anatomy of other animals, because if the bite fell a few inches in any direction, the bull would absolutely not be able to block the oxygen. And so the ungulate desperately resists. The leopard has to strain all his strength to keep the grip of his fangs on his throat. But the bull turns into his hearty lunch, which the cat will last for a long time. Some animals rely on their own strength in battle, while others use the strength of their entire pack as a trump card. Baboons belong to the second category. They are dangerous, bloodthirsty, and strong, but the main thing is that baboons attack in a group. They strike numerous blows, and each primate has fangs that would be more suitable for a wolf than a monkey, probably. But if you think that this makes an impression on the leopard, then you are mistaken. This cold-blooded predator is able to repel the attack of a whole group of baboons, and then to strike a sudden blow and pounce on one of the primates. They obviously did not expect such an impudent and at the same time fast attack. This stunned the baboons, so the leopard managed to strike a decisive blow and to deal with the target. A flock of primates is in shock. They are furious, but they can't really do anything. They lack the speed and agility to get to the leopard. The leopard usually uses only one hunting tactic, but he has perfected its execution to perfection. These are ambushes. The leopard hides in the bushes, on trees, less often in the grass. There he waits for the prey to come to his paws by itself. The cat has excellent eyesight. In addition, the leopard's eyes are positioned in such a way that it can accurately assess the depth and distance. Therefore, he knows exactly when the victim will be close enough to jump. The leopard puts all his strength into this throw. It looks scary, and at the same time very cool. It seems that the cat turns into a blur and acts at a super speed. To fill up the prey, the leopard uses powerful blows with its paws. Sharp claws, which are retracted under normal circumstances, are curved, and therefore capture the target really well. Simultaneously with the blows of the paws, the leopard tries to reach the victim's throat with its jaws. It has rather long fangs, but the purpose of the leopard is not to bite through the arteries and veins of the victim, but to compress the trachea and throat of the prey. If it is not very large, strong pressure simply breaks the trachea. It is easy to make a conclusion about the abilities of this hunter. He is betting on a quick strike, not endurance. The leopard is not able to chase the victim for a long time, unlike, for example, wolves. They use the opposite hunting tactics and rely on a long pursuit instead of a single lightning strike. But if you think that the endurance of a leopard is 0, then you are mistaken. This game turned out to be quite large. Simply crushing the windpipe of a boar will not work. His neck is too strong. But the ungulate underestimated the leopard. If the prey is much larger than the hunter himself, then he slowly strangles it in a few minutes of struggle. At the same time, the leopard has to constantly fight with an animal that is trying to escape and is desperately fighting for its life. The leopard's impressive fighting qualities deserve your like, don't they? The leopard is not capable of chasing a victim for many miles or many kilometers, but this does not mean that the spotted predator gives up its first strike does not reach the target. The herbivore relaxed too soon. Perhaps when the leopard missed, it was already celebrating victory. In vain. The leopard turned out to be tougher than one might have thought. He accumulated all his strength for several impressive jumps and was able to catch up with the prey. The chase is really short, but impressive. The leopard, like many other cats, has a very interesting way of running. The leopard moves in leaps and bounds, and only 2 paws touch the ground at the same time. The predator moves at lightning speed due to not only the strength of the limbs, but also a very flexible spine. Together with an excellent reaction and the ability to perfectly concentrate on the movements of prey, this allows the leopard to develop amazing maneuverability. In one leap, a leopard can cover a distance twice the length of its own body. If a person could run just like that, then there would simply be no need for transport in the city. You could literally run to your work in a few minutes. A rare recording that shows how a leopard coped with its fiercest competition is the hyena. This hyena doesn't just seem to have underestimated the leopard, she doesn't understand what was going on at all. The spotted cat is so cool that she dragged the hyena to the very top of the tree crown, although the victim is still alive and resisting. She hopes to get out, but the leopard's ruthlessness is legendary. The hyena cannot escape from his powerful grip. The leopard could have let her go on purpose to throw her from the height of the 3rd floor and break the limbs of its stubborn prey, but then you'll have to go down again, grab her, climb again. It's a lot of hassle. Therefore, the leopard simply ignores the hyena's resistance, rises higher with it, and finally finishes it there. Can you imagine just how strong a creature you have to be to defeat a hyena and then climb to the top of the tree with her in your teeth, even despite her desperate resistance? It seems to me that the leopard is not even particularly tired at the same time. The incredible agility of the leopard allows him not only to make lightning-fast throws, but also to jump very high. This bird was sure that if it had to retreat, then the usual tactics would not let it down. Just take off and that's it, you're safe out of reach of the predator's claws. The eagle underestimated the leopard. The cat managed to get close enough to the bird, then jumped up and caught the eagle with its claws. Thanks to the swiftness, the leopard did not have to jump particularly high. He reached the bird when she barely managed to climb on the wing. Although the feathered predator is an excellent fighter himself, he could not resist the leopard. Leopards like to climb trees. There they arrange lairs and also store prey. This is convenient because there are many competitors on Earth, for example hyenas. These robbers not only look for carrion and hunt prey on their own, but also constantly try to recapture a legitimate dinner from the owner. But the hyena underestimated the agility of the spotted cat. This time it's the opposite. Now she's been robbed. The leopard approaches the hyena and strikes her several times. She still manages to take a piece of lunch for herself, run away from the enemy. But when the hyena returns to continue the rivalry, the leopard is already carrying off its prey. Although it is almost as heavy as the leopard itself, it is strong enough to jump up a tree with a victim in its teeth. Moreover, the leopard managed to do this quickly enough to avoid an unwanted close acquaintance with the hyena's jaws.